Hello YouTube, it is Champion DJK coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to look at some mini GT, some fantastic models. I've got actually 10 of them to look at. There's 2 behind here. Not that they're hidden for any reason, just they didn't fit on the screen. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these. These are the last mini GT models from 2024 that I've purchased, and we are going to check them out. As always, very, very stoked to open up some mini GT models. Very much dig the brand. They just keep coming out with just banger after banger of cars, and they're just a fantastic brand to collect. You guys probably know that if you're watching this video, and if you don't, give mini GT a shot. If you're only buying Hot Wheels or stuff like Hot Wheels, Auto World, Johnny Lightning, Greenlight, that stuff, like domestic stuff, try Mini GT out. Check them out. Really, really good models. All right, so let's start with, let's start with some Lambos. I guess I can do this then. Take these out. Or maybe we do this. Let's start with this Skyline, because Skylines are popular, right? Well, these do not want to stack on top of each other. Skylines are popular, right? Especially among you Hot Wheels collectors. And yes, this is a video, I suppose, to sway you from collecting Hot Wheels and expanding out and collecting some other brands. And Mini GT is a great brand if you want to get started in the premium diecast space, considering they do some cars that would excite some Hot Wheels collectors, such as this Nissan Skyline GTR R34 V-Spec, and of course in Bayside Blue, the classic color for this R34. So let's check it out. So Mini GT, this is a simple box. This is the box packaging that's basically meant for, let's just call it rest of world. There is also US packaging that is distributed by M&J Toys or Miho. If you find them on that, you get them in a blister pack. So for those of you that like to keep cars carded and you want to be able to see the vehicle, M&J Toys is the way to go, the ones to purchase. Typically, they're just slightly more expensive, maybe by like $1 or so. But you do get a blister pack. I don't have any of those to show you here today, but you do get a blister pack with the car on top. You can actually see the car. And of course, you also get the box, which the box is lovely because the box also offers a storage solution for the car. So that is fantastic to have that built in. So typically, if you're going to see, I'll just pull the car out. If you were to get this in an M&J Toys package, you can probably check my playlist for more Mini GT content, but M&J Toys would have that plastic blister in there. That would be sitting like that. The car would be sitting on top with another blister inside of a blister. So lots of plastic, but if you're a carded collector, that's going to be the ones you're going to want to get. If you are not a carded collector, it really doesn't matter. Just get whatever you can when it's available and pick them up. So this is your Nissan Skyline R34, and it is looking pretty good. I think I need to move my light back just a little bit. Let's try that. So, yeah, quite good. Quite good indeed. You got inserted details for headlights, so you got actual details up there. You've got inserted details for the taillights, and of course, just a lot of detail everywhere in this. Metal on metal, rubber tires, and if it matters to you, these castings almost always roll. I mean, they do always roll. And you got side mirrors, and this is a really nice casting. This one happens to be right-hand drive. Actually, these all would be right-hand drive, wouldn't they? But, yeah, so anyway, really, really cool. There's a Skyline for you to kick it off. Undoubtedly a popular car, and a really nice version of it. So, pretty darn cool. I'll go ahead and just set that up there. And then we'll move on to some Lamborghini. So, let's do the Lamborghini Huracan Storado. We've got this first one in white. And I'm just going to cut the plastic. These are all licensed, by the way, as well. Mini GT stuff is always licensed by the manufacturer, so that's why you have a Lambo sticker on there with a licensing number. So they are legit, just like Hot Wheels would be legit with these as well. And here is the Sterrato. This thing is actually really cool. I have some Sparky models of this, and I thought they were kind of ugly. I think the Mini GT really kills it with this one. I like Sparky. I like Spark model, but I think the Mini GT, if memory serves, this thing looks a lot better. That is pretty awesome. So definitely digging that. In Bianco Asopo, however you would pronounce that. I like that they put the actual color of the car on there, the name of it from the manufacturer. It's white, all right? It's a white car. I mean, let's not get too complex here. But yeah, all the detail is there. This car, of course, has come out as a Hot Wheels. And the Hot Wheels casting is pretty decent. But it is nice to get this extra detail. And, of course, metal on metal. Rubber tires. It rolls. You get the little Lambo logo right there on the wheel. That looks really cool. And just pretty awesome. So that one looks really good. I like it a lot better than I thought I would. Let's check out the one in Verde Ghia matte. Well, it's a matte sparkle green. Weird color, but let's check it out. I'm going to open up that one. This one's number 779. If you could search for them like that if you want to. So sources for these, you're obviously not going to find these at your Walmart. So that's the part of the deterrent of collecting them maybe. You can't find them on the shelf, right? You're not going to find them at Walmart. You're not going to find them at Target. You're not going to find them at Meijer. You're not going to find them, at the dollar store. You're not going to find them at any place, a lot of the places that you can find Hot Wheels, okay? So you're not just going to the store to get these. These are going to be an online purchase, or if you're lucky enough to have a local hobby dealer, which I sort of have one. SC Diecast, my pals, they carry Mini GT. They get the M&J Toys versions of them that have the blister pack. So for carded collectors, they're a good source for those. There's other various sources that you can get these ones at, and I would actually just refer you probably to eBay for that. Find a hobby dealer that you like that provides good service to you, and then patronize them for these. So the nice thing about that, though, is you're never going to struggle really to get one that you want. Unless it's a very limited one, it can be kind of expensive. But you're never going to struggle to get the ones you want. These models are hot. They sell good. But they make them in enough quantity, and you're able to get them. So you just need to find a hobby dealer and get them. And this car looks actually quite fantastic. I, again, like this a lot better than I thought. I always thought this car was kind of ugly. I like it in concept, and I like the Huracan, but I always thought this Sterrato version of it looked a little ugly. But Mini GT is kind of turning me around on that, and I think it's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? So, pretty awesome. Again, it's a fantastic looking model. Mini GT just does a great job, and you'll see that as we go on here. Just lots of good stuff, and they do a variety of different things too, which keeps it fresh. You got, they do a lot of exotic cars. They do a lot of race cars, which we'll probably open up here in a minute. They do a lot of Liberty Walk stuff if you're into that. And then they do some standard vehicles, modern vehicles like this. And then they also do some classic vehicles. They don't do a ton of classic vehicles, but they do have some classic Porsches, some other stuff. So, and the casting catalog just grows by a lot every year. I mean, they put out new stuff at a pretty crazy pace. And then racing-wise, they do racing cars. I don't have an example of everything here, but they do everything from IMSA to Formula One. Just a lot of different race car options. They do rally cars. It's just, there's a lot to get and a lot to collect with this brand. So this is the BMW i7 xDrive 60 in black sapphire. And the way I collect Mini GT is I try to at least get one of every casting that they put out to add to my collection. And then if I really like the casting, I of course get it in almost every color that it comes out in. But there's that kind of ugly butt print grille on the modern BMWs. Not a real big fan of that. Little squinty headlights, LED headlights, no doubt. And then you get the detail on the rear as well. This model came out with a little bit of dust and dirt on it. That's got to be a defogger maybe on the top, I would assume. That's kind of weird. Crazy lines up top. Not sure what the purpose of that is on the real car. I don't know much about the real car. But again, it rolls. It feels very high quality. Metal on metal. I should mention that the mirrors are rubber. And they're good. It's a good version of the car. The wheels have a lot of detail. They're soft rubber. The thing rolls. This obviously isn't going to be a model that's going to be hyped. But it's a very nice model. And, you know, I don't think it would be a bad buy if you're into BMW especially. Pick this thing up. It's kind of a long car. It's a big one. It's a big sedan. A big luxury sedan. So pretty neat. Maybe not as exciting as some of these other models, but pretty darn cool in my opinion. All right, let's go to the race cars, because the race cars are probably going to be the most exciting ones for me anyway in this set. And Mini GT has really turned me on to collecting race cars. Like, I wasn't really, I mean, I like race cars, but I wasn't really like gung-ho about creating like kind of a collection of them until Mini GT started putting out like a ton of really cool ones. So this IMSA licensing, which they have, they've been releasing cars pretty steadily under this license, and it's very, very cool. So obviously Rexy, if you're familiar with the AO Racing car, I don't have that here today, but that won Model of the Year in the Lamley Awards, which I participated in, and that was actually my picture of that car. So shout out to myself. The runner-up, the NSX, the Kaito House, which I should say too, Kaito House is also made by Mini GT, if you weren't aware. That picture was also mine as well. But anyway, enough bragging about that. So this is the same casting as Rexy. It is a Porsche 911 GT3R. This is number 9. This is from the 20. This will even tell you what race that it's representing. So this is the 2023 IMSA Sebring 12 Hours GTD Pro winner, Pfaff Motorsports. And it's in like a buffalo check. Is that what they call it? Plaid kind of thing. Really cool livery for this Porsche. Let's go ahead and open up this one. Check it out. I mean, it's super freaking cool, man. I mean, like, it really is. Rexy's really cool, and they did a fantastic version of that. They're going to put out Roxy soon too. But can you say that this one's really worse? I mean, it's pretty awesome. I mean, the detail in the livery is just, I mean, it's fantastic. So you can see these castings are screwed together up front. The wing's a separate piece. You do have to be careful with these a little bit. There is some fragile pieces on some of these, especially the ones with the wings. And, I mean, whoa, this thing really rolls. I mean, this thing wants to get on the racetrack and go. It's got slicks appropriately, Michelin tires. Just what a cool model. The headlights look super cool. They have the detail of the like inside of the headlights. They're like LED in that big lens, and it is just really, really cool. So I love this. I'll get any of these 911 GT3Rs that they put out in any livery that they put it out in. I will collect them. I will buy them 100%. So, and my Mini GT collection is growing vastly, and they just keep getting better. And that's what's really cool too. The kind of growth of the brand has been neat to watch, and I've been a very early on collector. I might even have a version of the first casting, I think, that they put out, which is like, I think it was a Honda Civic. They started out a little slow, and then they started really putting out cool stuff. Yeah. So they got into Liberty Walk like right away. I remember that. This one is going to undoubtedly be popular, right? It's Golf logo, McLaren F1 GTR, a iconic race car, 1996 Le Mans 24-hour, number 33 in this kind of a deeper blue Golf livery. Very, very cool. Take a look at that. Let's go ahead and pop it open. And they've done a few versions of this McLaren F1 GTR. This one's obviously going to be popular. Golf is always popular. it's a little overdone, but I don't mind it when it's an actual race car, right? If it's an actual race car, we really dig it. I dig it. I think it's pretty amazing. So this thing is not shy of any detail. It looks fantastic. Look at those headlights on there. Looking super cool. You got the wing, that's a separate piece. Metal base, metal body, all that stuff. Michelin pilots, and this thing rolls like a dream as well. Just fantastic. Not short of any real detail. Now, the one thing that I will say that this lacks compared to some other premium models you might find is they don't have the brake discs and calipers in there. You can't see those through the wheels. And you'll notice on some premium brands, that is something that is present. In Mini GT, it's not, and I'm really not bothered by it, mostly because the wheels, a lot of them you can't see much through them anyway. But if that is a complaint of yours, I get it. That would be the one detail that's missing. But as far as premium models go, these are priced quite a bit under what a lot of premium brands try to charge. And when I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking of like Inno 64 or some of the more expensive tarmac works, stuff like that, and where they might have that extra detail and all that. But, you know, at the cost of the model rolling. And a lot of people like having a rolling model. And I get it. It's that tactile thing that you can, you know, touch, feel, push it along the desk. I like it. I get it. So I totally understand why that is a desirable feature of a car. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I do get it. But yeah, this one, really, really cool. Let's see. I got to move these out from the back. And we'll just put this model, I guess, right here. But yeah, that's a really, we're not at an angle where you're going to be able to see that anyway, but all right. What should we do next? Excuse me. We'll do the Liberty Walk stuff last. So let's do this McLaren 750S and McLaren Orange. So they do quite a few McLaren cars. We just opened one, obviously. And they do a great job with these. This is the 750S in orange. I actually have this casting in a darker red, and I think I prefer that one, but this one's not bad either. There you go, official licensing. And, I mean, it's a bright colored orange. Pretty sick. All right, so, again, just a, you know, basic hypercar. I guess basic car is funny. It's in McLaren orange. So that's an actual color, I suppose. And I assume that's accurately represented. Headlights on these I always thought looked cool. They remind me of, like, the Terminator. Like the metal eye socket of, you know, the T100 or whatever he is. Back of it looks really cool. This car really just does have kind of like sleek robot vibes almost. Just the way it looks. But pretty awesome. And really, really good. So I am digging this one too. Again, metal on metal. It rolls really well. You know, it's funny because you can feel the tread in the tires on this. And it actually affects how far it rolls. Like the tires, they roll just as well as any of the other ones, but those slicks, man, just cruise across the table. These, you can actually feel the tread in the tire, which is kind of neat. And I bet you, I'd be willing to bet that the tread patterns on the bottom of their tires are probably actually accurate. That's how accurate it is. Maybe they're not, but I would guess they're supposed to be kind of a representation of what the tread pattern would look like, because they're different. Yeah, they're like different on the Lambo. So it's not just a generic tire either. And that's kind of an odd detail to pay attention to, but maybe they have some various tread patterns that they use. I don't know, but there's a tread pattern there. And that's kind of just a neat little detail. So, all right, moving on. Let's take a look at some Liberty Walk. So this is a Toyota GR86 LB Nation in white. Cut the plastic. This is officially licensed by Toyota and Liberty Walk. So let's go ahead and open that up and take a peek. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not super into the 86, the Toyota 86, GR or otherwise. It's not really that cool of a car to me. It doesn't look that cool. I'm sure it's a fun to drive. Wasn't really ever excited about it in diecast, but man, this one with the Liberty Walk body kit does look pretty awesome. And it's in classic, like, Liberty Walk white. A lot of times when they do, like, their first, like, body kit cars or whatever that they make, they are white a lot of the time. JDM style slammed. But what a cool car. Or what a cool looking car. Again, the headlight detail. Classic Liberty Walk styling. And it looks quite good. We'll set that one right there. And then go on to Liberty Walk Mazda. Super Silhouette number 41. Numero Reserve. We got two versions of this casting. One of it is this white one. And then we also have it in black. I'm just going to probably just open up both right away here. So let's pop this sucker open. Pull it out, put it right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up the black one right away, and we'll kind of look at them both at once. Here's the black one, Liberty Walk Black. And let's get this guy open. So kind of a cool car. I mean, kind of a cool kit for the car to do a super silhouette version of a Mazda RX7. Some people don't really like this car and don't like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool, and it's definitely reminiscent, though, of a Porsche. It looks like the Porsche, if I'm drawing a blank, the Moby Dick Porsche is kind of what it looks like. Or not quite that one, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. It looks like a racing Porsche. But again, lots of details and stuff. You got that body kit. Wheel arch there looks a little bit odd. Of course, it rolls. This one's got treaded tires, and you can definitely feel that. And a different tread pattern as well. I think it's cool. I don't know which one I like better. I think I like the black one better with the gold rims. You can see there's a lot of detail in there, too. It's got a roll cage, all that good stuff. And quite good. I mean, for an RX-7, I think this is a really cool-looking RX-7. I'm not really a RX-7 fanboy. I like the actual older RX-7 model. I think just it's got a little bit more charm for me, the 80s style one. But this is pretty cool, too, with this body kit on it. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys, you know, a big old pile of Mini GT here. End of the year Mini GT for me, end of 2024, beginning of 2025. And I'll definitely be getting more Mini GT this year. Just a fantastic brand with a fantastic selection of models. And I highly recommend, if you're going to dip your toes into a premium brand world, this would be the one I would tell you to start with, undoubtedly. I think that it's the most accessible. Financially, it's most accessible, for me anyway, in the U.S. I don't know how it is for other people, but in the U.S., it's probably the most financially successful premium brand to jump into. And also, they just have so many good stuff. And they have very good quality control as well. I have hundreds of these models. I think I have over 200 now, something like that, maybe even almost 300. And I've rarely ever had a quality control issue, so they're pretty trustworthy in that regard. And they barely ever miss, so I highly recommend it. But yeah, if you're not already into it, which a lot of you that are watching this are probably already way into it. So, all right, thank you guys very much for watching. This will be in the premium/import diecast playlist on my channel. So check that out for tons of other Mini GT and other premium content, or premium vehicle content that you are sure to enjoy if you like this stuff. And yeah, that's it. So you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.